Morning students. So we are going ahead to revise our next chapter, that is another chapter, that is soil. So let's quickly take a look at what exactly we have to study in this chapter. So first of all, we will be learning about soil teeming, how soil is very important. It's a vital or crucial part of our life. We cannot live without soil. It is inseparable from us. And we will also learn about soil profile, properties of soil, moisture in soil, absorption of water by soil, and soil and crop. So this is what we are going to cover in this revision video. Okay, so let's move on. Soil. So you all know that something that is on the below your feet on which you walk, it is exactly a soil. So if we talk about the definition of soil, so soil is a mixture of many things. Basically it is a mixture of many things, that is particles of rocks, small particle of rock, different microorganism and organism, plus the nutrients found in the soil. So you will find rock particles, microorganism, humus and nutrients in the soil. Okay, the topsoil is very dark in color, topsoil, and the texture is also very different from the soil that exists below. Okay, because it has a lot of humus in it. So if somebody asks the definition of a soil, so you have to learn that soil is a mixture of rock particles, humus, nutrients and different microorganisms. Okay, now let's just understand. We have understood what is soil. Now we are going to talk about, let me also tell you that soil goes through a lot of pollution, which we should not do, but we are still doing. Our human beings, we made certain things that causes pollution. For example, polythene bags. So we had made certain things that causes pollution, waste products, chemicals, pesticides. All of these pollutes the soil. Okay, so I hope you all understand that polythene bags create a soil pollution. So if somebody asks, or is there any question which has written what is soil pollution, so the pollution, you are going to say that polythene bags, another plastic material, waste product, chemical, these are the dangerous things which create soil pollution. Okay, it not only make soil very loose but also kills the microorganisms which is actually good for soil. That exactly what soil pollution is. Now moving on, let's understand what is soil profile. The vertical section, I hope you know what is vertical and what is horizontal. So this is vertical, and if this is horizontal, this is vertical and this is horizontal. So if we take a vertical section of the soil, that is known as a profile, that is called a soil profile. And these horizon are different from one another, not only in color but also in texture, feels, everything. Okay, so when we have to study about the soil profile in a very elaborate way, what we're gonna understand, that first layer here is, that is the humus and the topsoil, and that is known as a horizon. Okay, so a horizon has a lot of living creature, the earthworm, the microorganisms, the dead and decaying matters, which also gives humus, and then it is a very soft. Okay, the top layer is very soft, and it is porous. Okay, there is a lot of holes, and it can retain a lot of water. Okay, am I clear to you? So A horizon has a humus, living creature, inorganic materials. It is soft and is porous also. So after that there is a B horizon. B horizon has a lot of minerals. It has less humus than the A horizon. It is harder and compact than the A horizon. Then we're gonna talk about C horizon. C horizon is a bit altered from the parent rock. So here you will find a lot of smaller fragments of rocks which have just been broken down from the parent rock. Are you getting it? So that is the C horizon. And the last but not the least is the bedrock, that is also known as D horizon. It is just known as bedrock. So it is unweathered. Unweathered means बिल्कुल नहीं टूटा. That is called a parent rock from where the soil is formed. Okay. So these are the all the horizons of these are the horizon present in soil profile. Okay. So कहीं पर बिल्डिंग या ब्रिजेस बन रहे हैं. So a big machine is needed to dig the soil because this part of the soil is really hard. You cannot just dig it with a spade. So who told you that soil profile is not a myth? Maybe soil profile myth भी हो सकता है. हमें कैसे पता soil profile is a reality? So whenever you go and see a place where digging is going on, or people are making buildings, or foundation has been laid, you will see the different section of soil, or maybe you would have gone through a bank of a river. A bank is not higher than a river, flowing river. So there you can also able to see these horizons, these all layers of the soil. So let's move on. The next thing, that is formation of soil. Soil बनती कैसे है? Of course it is a natural phenomenon. हमने नहीं बनाया soil. Soil कैसे बनती है? By breaking down of rocks. Okay. Soil is formed by the breaking down of rocks, but the rocks are being broken down by the action of wind, water and climate. कभी कभार क्या होता है, बहुत ज़्यादा गर्मी हो जाती है, रॉक्स एक्सपेंड, सडनली रॉक ठंड पड़ जाती है तो रॉक वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है. तो दिस एक्सपेंशन और कॉन्ट्रैक्शन, इसकी वजह से रॉक्स दे स्टार्ट ब्रेकिंग. सो विंड, वाटर एंड क्लाइमेट कैन हेल्प इन ब्रेकिंग डाउन ऑफ रॉक एंड दीज rocks form the soil. So the nature of the soil is always dependent upon the type of parent rock. जो parent rock का जो भी type होगा, that will decide or determine what kind of soil is being formed or what is vegetation. Am I clear to you? So let's move on to the next topic, that is let me move on to the next topic, that is types of soil. So you probably would have gone to some places. So do you find the same kind of soil across the country? No. In the desert area in Rajasthan, you will find a sandy soil. In places like northeast, we find clayey soil. In places like the Deccan plateaus, we will find the different soil. So the types of soil is different at different places है. So जो ये different categorization होता है is actually based on the particle size of a soil. Okay, it is based on the particle size of the soil. So the sandy soil has a large particles. Because they are large particles, the particles do not fit, and there is a lot of gap between the particles of the soil, air gap between the soil, and that is why you just can drip some sand just like that. Okay, and they cannot retain water because there is a gap. The gap between the particles is too big so that the water passes away. So sandy soil is the largest particles. Now coming to the clay soil, it has the fine particle, that is very small particle, और इनके बीच में एयर ज़्यादा नहीं होता, गैप इज़ वेरी स्मॉल, सो ये बहुत भारी तरीके से पानी को पकड़ के रख सकते हैं. ओके, नाउ द नेक्स्ट इज लोमी सॉइल. सो दे हैव बोथ लार्ज एज वेल एज फाइन पार्टिकल in equal proportion, plus another kind of soil that is called silt. Silt is another type of soil. सिल्ट कहाँ मिलता है? सिल्ट नदियाँ जब बहती हैं तो जो रिवर वाटर दे ऑलवेज डिपॉजिट अ वेरी फाइन पार्टिकल्स विच आर वेरी फर्टाइल एट द बैंक्स ऑफ द रिवर. दैट काइंड ऑफ सॉइल इज नोन एज सिल्ट. So it is also found in the loamy soil. So loamy soil is basically has sandy plus silt plus clay. So loamy soil has all the type of soil, but in an almost equal proportion. Okay, am I clear to you? I hope I am making sense. If not, then please let me know in your class group. I will clear your doubt. Now, properties of soil is the next topic. So there is a term in a properties of soil that is called percolation. Percolation means penetration. कितना पानी अंदर जा सकता है. So if for this is in order to find out the percolation rate of a soil, amount water divided by percolation time. So इसके लिए मैंने आपको एक प्रैक्टिकल बताया था कि 200 ml आपने पानी ले लिया, ठीक है, और इसको सॉइल में डालना है. सो लेट्स से कि यहाँ पे सॉइल है और आपने एक पाइप ले लिया, आपने थोड़ा सा पुश करना है सॉइल के अंदर. उस पाइप में आप पानी डालेंगे 200 ml. ओके, सो जब आपने पानी डालना शुरू किया, नोट द टाइम, and once you have finished pouring the water in this and water has gone inside into the pipe, then note down the time also. So that time difference between them is it will tell you how much time has water has taken. And then when you put down this in a formula, you will able to find the percolation rate of the soil. Let's take an example. Suppose that for a certain sample it took 20 minutes for 200 milliliter of water. So what is the percolation rate? It will be 200 ml upon 20 minutes. That is equals to 10 milliliter per minute. Okay, 10 milliliter per minute. So this is how you will able to find the percolation rate. Okay, so 10 milliliter per minute it will be the percolation rate. So this is the first property. Now the second property is soil has a moisture content. Take a little bit of soil, divide it into 2 sections, put it in a test tube, just heat it, and you will see the droplets of water in the inner side of test tube, and you can just compare it before and after, and you will find it a different. This shows that soil has also contained a moisture. Okay, moving on, the another property is percentage of absorption of water. Percentage of absorption, you can say. Soil has the capability of taking in the water. So we can also calculate the percentage of water that is absorbed by the soil. So what we are going to do for this, another activity, take some dry salt. ड्राई सॉइल लेना है आपको, एक फनल में आपको उसको डालना है. इस फनल में यहाँ पे सॉइल को रखना है. ओके, so this is a funnel. You have kept a beaker also here, and you're gonna take say 20 ml of water in a beaker. and with the help of a dropper, so with the help of dropper, you can just drop by drop spread the water in this soil. Okay, you will be spreading the water in 200 ml. Okay, you can. So you are going to pour the water until until and unless the water doesn't start coming here. The water has to come down. Okay. आप क्या करोगे, 200 ml लिया था आपने उसको पानी यहाँ पे डाला और यहाँ पे लेट्स से कलेक्ट हुआ पानी आपका 200 डाला था, 100 ml आपका यहाँ पे कलेक्ट हुआ है आपका. सिर्फ हमने डाला 200 था लेकिन जो कलेक्ट हुआ है वो 100 ml है. सो 200 ml विल बी यू इनिशियल वॉल्यूम ऑफ वाटर दैट यू हैव टेकन. And this will be V, that is the final volume. So now you have to put it down in the formula and you will find the percentage of water absorption. That is U minus V divided by weight of soil into 100. So U is initial, V is final, and from this way you will find the So this is 500 and percentage. Okay, so this is how you will calculate the percentage of water absorbed by the soil. Am I clear, guys, how you are going to calculate the absorption of water for soil? Alright, so let's move on. The chapter is almost done. Now the next thing we are going to talk about is what type of soil and what are the crops that you can grow in them. Okay, so for sandy soil you can grow carrot, radish and potato. Sandy soil is a type of soil which can take some water. I am not talking about the Thar desert soil. Okay, next is loamy. So it has both sandy and clay soil in equal proportion, and they can we can grow cereals, wheat, gram, lentils, cotton. Okay, so in clay soil, cereal, wheat, gram again, and paddy also. Now if you ask me which is the best soil, then I have to tell you that sandy and loamy soil is the best kind of soil which give a optimum result in any kind of agriculture. So that is the best soil. And next we are going to talk about soil erosion. So what happen is, the definition of soil erosion is very easy. It is actually a natural process of water or human activity which we keep digging the soil and agricultural activity plus the glaciers, avalanches. They can also remove the top layer of the soil and of any area, and that is called a soil erosion. It usually happens at the places where there is no vegetation, जहाँ पे पेड़ पौधे नहीं है. So पेड़ पौधे they hold the soil in very well, and without them the soil become loose. So soil erosion risk is very, very high where there is no vegetation. So that is called soil erosion. And the stupid human activities, we should reduce that so that we can reduce or diminish the soil erosion. Okay, so for our better earth. So we are almost done with this chapter. Still, if you have any confusion with any topic you want to understand, again you can just text me in your WhatsApp group. Thank you, class.